Okay, so factors of sum and difference of two cubes. Okay, so for example, we have x cubed plus a cubed. So the first term and the last term must be a perfect cube to use this method. Okay, so let's find the sum and difference for this one here. So for the first step is we need to get the cube root of the first and second term here. So let's get the cube root. Like this one. So the cube root of x cubed. So since both of them are cube, we just cancel it, and we have x. So the cube root of x cubed is equal to x, and then we need to use the operation between them, which is addition. And then for the second term is that we need to get the cube root of a cube. So we just cancel it, and that is equal to a. So this is our first factor. Again, the factors of sum and difference of two cubes is composed of a binomial and a trinomial. So now, let's get the trinomial factor for this one. So how do we get that? So first, we multiply the first term by itself. Okay, multiply the first term by itself, or we need to square the first term here. So that is x times x, that is equal to x squared. And then multiply the second term here. So that is a times a, so we need to square it, that is equal to a squared. So the operation for the last term is always positive. Okay, because if you multiply two negatives, that is equal to positive. That is positive, and if you multiply two positive, that is equal to positive. So that means this is always addition or positive here. Next, for our middle term, how to find the middle term of a trinomial. Okay, so to get the middle term of a trinomial, so we multiply the first and second term. So that is x times a, that is equal to xa. And for the operation in between them, so this is the sum and difference. So that means we need to get the reverse of our operation here. So we have the sum here, and then that means the reverse of addition is subtraction. So that means the sign of our middle term is negative. Okay, sum and difference. Let's have another one to make it clearer. Okay, so let's say we have 27 z cubed plus 1 cube. Okay, so again, first step, let's get the binomial factor. So by getting the cube root for each term, so the cube root of 27, that is equal to 3. Okay, because if you multiply 3 times, so that is 3 times 3 times 3, that is okay. And then the cube root for z cubed is z. Next, since this is addition, let's put addition here, and then the cube root of 1 cube is equal to 1. Okay, next let's get the trinomial factor. Let's make it bigger since this is trinomial. So again, we need to square the first term. Square the first term, so that is 3 times 3, that is equal to 9. And then z times z, that is equal to z squared. Okay? And since this is positive or sum, that means the next operation is negative. Sum and difference. Next, to get the middle term, so we need to multiply this one. So 3z times 1, and that is equal to 3z. And then let's square the second term here, which is 1. 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. And these are the factor for this. These are the sum and difference for these two cubes here. Okay, another one. So let's find the factors of sum and difference for these two cubes here. So we have 125u cubed minus v cubed. So again, for the first step, we need to get the cube root for the following given here. Let me write it here. So the cube root of 125, that is equal to 5, because if you multiply 5 3 times, that is equal to 125. That is 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, next, the cube root of u cube is equal to q, and since this is minus here, the operation here should be minus also. And then the cube root of b cube, so we just cancel it, that is v, and that will be the first factor for this two cubes. Next, let's find the second factor, which is in a form of a quadratic trinomial. Okay, so first, let's square the first term, that is 5u times 5u. Okay, so 5 times 5, that is equal to 25. U times u, that is equal to u squared. Okay, next, since this is a subtraction, that means our next operation here is addition. So sum and difference. So laging reverse. So it is the reverse of the operation here. Okay, next is for our middle term, we need to multiply our two terms here. So that is 5u times b. 5u times b, that is equal to 5u v. And then for our third term here, so it is always positive, we need to square our second term here, that is v times b, that is equal to v squared. And this is the answer. So this is the sum and difference of these two cubes.